Okay, this one's gonna be for the high rollers. What's going on YouTube? Is your boy Dante here for yet another market watch video. This one's gonna be a little bit special. Notice that we're not starting off as we typically do. We are actually going to look at a lot of the high-end Alton Arts and a lot of the art type exclusive Alton Arts. I'm just giving my honest opinion whether you should buy, sell, hold, those kind of things. I'm going to look at it from a very neutral perspective. You know how I am. I want to save you guys a couple of dollars here and there. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get directly into this. First of all, we do have the all famous Ghost Omnimod. It hasn't moved. It's still sitting at about $1,000. I've already did my whole entire spiel about this. If you can get one for cheaper than $1,000, that's in good condition. I mean, yeah, it says light play, but you can get one probably near mint. If you get one below $1,000 for near mint, go get it graded. Come back at least a 9 or higher. Put that bad boy to the side. Wait a few years, and that bad boy would be some good money for you. It's a collector card. Simple as that. Same thing with the Omnimod that's coming out in BT10, if I'm not mistaken. So, not Omnimod, Alphamon. Sorry about that. The Alphamon is coming out in BT10. So, if you want to go ahead and do this, it seems like they're releasing these every 4 to 5 sets. Seems like they're going to go ahead and probably make this a habit. If you want to go ahead and start collecting these ghost rares, you can go ahead and do so. Be cautious with that, though. Because $1,000 is a lot of money. You know what I can do with $1,000? That's a lot of money. Beemon. The jamming Beemon for the Ultimate Cup. It actually is going down. I remember this Beemon being like $150 at one point in time. This Beemon is actually going down to about 100 to 105. This is the highest rarity of the Beemon. If I'm not mistaken, this is the highest rarity. So, if you want to bling your deck out, this is probably the best gem. The Jamming Beemon, if you're going to play Jamming Beemon, this is probably the best one. This is probably the one that you want to go ahead and, pick up. This is this is a OT Cup exclusive. This is not something that, it got short release, back in the day, and, they're going to re-release it again. We don't know when these Alton Arts from the OT Cups are going to be released, or re-released, or even mass-produced. So, if you want to go ahead and play some Jamming Beemon in your Imperial deck, or you have a blue hybrid deck that runs it, you want to match rarity that, go ahead and do so. This is probably the best one to go ahead and pick up. It'll run you about $400 for a play set, which is not too bad, and it should hold its value. For being an OT Cup, special booster release. So not everybody has it. A lot of people may have it, but not everybody has it. As you can see, we got people with a lot of ones of those here. You got some people with a play set here. It's one of those things to where unless you're a competitive player that goes into competitive tournaments like the OT Cups, you might not get your hands on this unless somebody either trades or sells it to you. Simple as that. Duramod. Now, I've been on this Duramod train about if you're going to play Duramod anytime in the future, or even if you want to pick it up because you're a fan of the deck, pick up the Judged ones. I said this before. I'm going to say it again. Pick up the Judged ones. These are the promos. Pick up the Judged ones. They'll hold more value than the original promos because a lot of the original promos are either beat up, missing, or people have been stockpiling them because they thought Duramod was going to be a top 3 deck or even a top 5 deck, and it's just too slow for the format. The slower the format, the more people will lean toward Duramod, especially if you can ramp up first and then being able to establish your board. Mother D Reaper or Yellow Hybrid ever becomes one of those, meta defining decks to where they are the decks to beat, even though we know that's probably not going to be the case with Imperialmon, Mastermon, Security Control running around, Rampant, and all them kind of other decks. But if the format ever slows down, if the ban list ever checks these colors and these specific decks hard enough to where it slows the format down dramatically, or even, you know, on a moderate level, you'll see Duramod players go back to Duramod, seeing how it's going to fare in this type of meta. So if you want to pick up Duramod, especially the promo ones, get the Judge ones. Those are the ones that's going to hold the most value compared to the originals. The originals are readily available, while the Judge ones are hard to get. Therefore, it's going to probably hold its value a little bit more. The Duramod are obviously sitting at about $40. This was actually down a little further the last time I was speaking about it. These are down to almost $20. So to tell you that it took a slight tick up. So a lot of people are starting to see the value of these Judge ones. Go ahead and pick them up if you possibly can. Omnimod for set 1. Now, this has probably been the most roller coaster of a card that I've ever seen in this game. Now, I do mean that literally. It went from one point almost hitting a $200 price point to going all the way down as far as, I think it was like $40 for this Alton Art, spiking right back up to 150, going down to like 65, going back up to 120, now sitting at around $80. This card is the most roller coaster card I've ever seen in my life. And I want to say it's because of a format that has a lot of cards that depend on one in particular type of name, one in particular type of Digimon to get the deck rolling or to be the main catalyst of the deck. You throw this in, you pop that Digimon, you pop all copies of it. This card single-handedly hurts Duramod, believe it or not, because even the tokens are considered Duramod. So this card, it would go as far as any deck like Duramod goes. If Duramod ever becomes a good rogue or even possibly tier 2 deck, see this, watch this card spike in price. Especially this Altanar, it's going to spike in price. The regular version of it is an SR. It'll probably go into like a $20, $25 price point. But this is probably one that is going to spike, if anything. This is actually probably a good chance to pick up 1 or 2 copies of this card just in case Bandai tries to do something like that again. Which they do make R-type specific type of things. So, I say it's probably the best time to go ahead and pick up a couple of copies of these. Just to have them. Hammer Spark. Alton Art. This is not the OT Cup Alton Art. So I want to talk about this Alton Art that came out the Tamer Box 1, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. It came in with the Gaia Force and stuff like that. This bad boy right now is sitting at, it says 80 here, but as you can see right here, these are Japanese cards. Do not fall for these. These are Japanese cards. Do not fall for the trick, y'all. These are Japanese cards. You see right here, Japanese Hammer Spark. Please read before you push add the card. This is Japanese, this is Japanese, this is Japanese. Don't get tricked by that. We cannot use Japanese cards in the TCG. So you see that here, it's about $80 here. And then if somebody picks up their playset, it immediately goes to 100. So this card will always be relevant. And this is probably a spoiler for my own personal ban list prediction. They might hit Hammer Spark to 2. If it's a consistency thing they want to hit when it comes to blue, Hammer Spark is one of consistency cards. Now, you can say, well, not me, that's a plant. Imperialmon is playing Hammer Spark, and Imperialmon is the best deck of the format. Blue Hybrid is playing Hammer Sparks, and you could argue and say that they are one of the top $5 of the format. Same thing with yellow blue recovery. They play it as well. So having that hammer spark to gain that one memory, and even if they hit insecurity, you gain two memory that can possibly end turns. That's pretty good. So being able to hit your opponent's consistency, and of course, there's other cards. I trust me. I don't think Hammer Spark should be the first blue card to be thought of. I think it's probably not even in top 3. I got 3 other cards above it. But definitely in top 5, you want to consider hitting blue to slow blue down somehow, some way. But yeah, in my opinion, blue needs to get hit, and I think Bandai knows that. It was running rampant in TCG. It was running rampant in TCG. It was running rampant in OCG. Be wary on this one, because if Hammer Spark don't get hit on the ban list, expect this card to probably go back to a $100 price point. If it does, you might see a lot more people flood the market with them. It might go down to a $60 price point. It just all depends. So this is my cautious for this. This is my cautious one for this one. Be cautious on this one. If you want to max rarity out a blue deck, be cautious on this one. Beelzemon, Alton Art. So it's still sitting at $75. If you want to play Beelzemon, and someone in my comment section in the last video did point to me that Beelzemon is getting a long piece of support. So that would be considered legacy support for Beelzemon. And it's a level 6 Beelzemon. Is it going to make the deck even better? Sure, yeah, it is. Is it going to put it above that rogue tier for it to can really compete? No. Beelzemon has something that is a gift and a curse. Beelzemon is very, how can I say? Beelzemon is an engine. Playing the Impmons, playing the Beelzemons, playing the Death Slingers, playing the Miss Memory Boost, playing the Ayamikos, that's an engine. Like right there, you probably have 20 cards, 24 cards at most if you maxed out everything that you absolutely need. And then you have all the space to do everything else. So it's one of them things to where if you can find a champion ultimate engine that is consistent and generic and that works with the deck like as best as possible, then Beelzemon would be perfectly fine. The thing is, Beelzemon is the way it's designed, and yes, I know it's designed based off of the anime. The way it's designed right now, until it gets Balmon, until it gets this other, until it gets this champion, and Balmon is ultimate, I'm pretty sure. Until it gets this champion and ultimate forms that would help this deck out. And so it's one of those things to where it's going to be a rogue deck at best. It won't be, it's not a top 5. It's not a top 10. Is it definitely a top 15? Yes. Can I name 10 other decks right now that's probably better than it? Probably not now, but come BT9, definitely, it will definitely fall top 10. Because you got Alpha Mon, you got Blue Hybrid, you got Yellow Blue Zulon Mon, you got Metal Garurumon X anybody, War Greymon X anybody, Death Knightmon X, you got Grandis Kawagamon X, you have Galamond X, you have so many decks. You have Mother D Reaper. This deck just struggles because of how the format is, and because if it being an open, it's been very open when it comes to deck building. It's very flexible, but yet if a deck or archetype is too flexible, then you run a chance to break in a lot more, especially because how this deck wants to trash from the deck instead of trashing from the hand. It's a little awkward in a lot of sense. I mean, honestly, I say probably play a Myotis Mon engine inside of it, something like that, because they want to be trashed as fast as possible too. I mean, I don't know. I haven't tested with it. I haven't played with it. Only time I've seen it was when Vanessa was playing it. I was playing her in a tournament. We went to game 3. And I mean, it seemed like it's a great concept, but they have to set up. And when they set up, it's very, very slow. You know, especially against a Mastermind deck, like it hurts. Like it really does hurt them to go against it. So it needs a little bit more. And when Baomon comes out, I want to see what they really do to it. I mean, they probably should give like a Liftmon treatment, a late Devimon treatment to where it's like, Digivolve for 3 or for 4. If it's an Impmon, you can reduce the Digivolution cost by 2. Draw 2 cards and then mill 3 cards from the top of your deck. If you hit a Bialzamon from the Monstone cards, gain a memory, something like that. Something like that, just for the deck specifically. Like, that's what it needs. So, this card, be wary of it. It may go down. I could possibly see this card go down to like a $60, $65 price point. Like, just be wary of this card. Bialstarmon. Security control is a thing. Even I have went to the dark side and actually made a purple, yellow security control deck. I will be testing that deck. And I will be reporting back here on this channel sometime next week about how I did with the deck. So, yeah, it's the Bialstarmon waifu tax is always going to be a thing, ladies and gentlemen. I got a couple more cards on here that got waifu tax too. So 80 to 85 is always about right. Bialstarmon is a standalone card. It can work as a deck itself. So don't think that, it's one of those things to where you have to compare, you have to, combo it with something. This could be like, you can have just 4 of these and like 3 or 4 Zord defeats, and that'd be all Digimon that you play. This deck will always be good in the TCG, unless we get just like 2, 3 just top meta decks that say, hey, we're not swinging security, options don't activate. I mean, that would literally have, that would be the only way to stop these option type of decks. That's it. It'd be the only way to stop them. So this card will always be around a $70 to $80 price point. If you ever want to pick them up, it'd probably be a good time to pick them up. Probably right about now. Analog Youth. Hey, if you didn't sell them when I informed you to sell them when you was like $100, guess what? All this money that you lost. Analog Boy is getting phased out slowly but surely. Why? It does not work with Bialzamon, Myotismon. It does not work with any of these decks that want to trash from the deck. And it's a decent card, but we have other cards that are coming out that are way better. Option cards are not white option cards are not needing white tamers, but just tamers in general. So it opens up the floodgates for a lot of other stuff. And honestly, if you want to be honest, if you really want to be honest, I would rather play Digimon Emperor than play Analog Boy. Being able to delete one of your opponent's Digimon, or they swing and delete themselves, and you tap it and you draw a card, and if they raise from their nursery or breeding area to the field and it's level 3, you gain 2 memory. Like, it forces your opponent to play a different way. While Analog Boy, they're like, oh, okay, so yeah, he gain a memory and hatch a Digi-Egg? Sure, whatever. But when you possibly get draw a card and draw into an out, or gain 2 memory from your opponent just raising from the nursery or the breeding area, that's way better. I prefer to have the Digimon Emperor over Analog Boy. And that's nothing against Analog Youth whatsoever. It's still a good card. There's other cards that's better than it. That's it. Just other cards. That's it. So I would get rid of this. Simple as that. I would just get rid of it. Zord defeat Altanar. This bad boy is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. If I was you and you don't have Zord defeat Alton Arts, this is probably the perfect time to get it. Dexmon's coming out, full power. Alphamon's coming out, full power. Grand Drakmon is coming out, full power. Grand Drakmon and Anubismon is another deck that I'm like, ooh, I gotta find out how to make that work because it looks so good. Black and purple are gaining so much traction. And on top of that, Mastermon, are they going to hit Mastermon? I don't know. Because if you hit blue hard enough, you have to hit Mastermon, which is another thing. Yeah, I would say this is probably the best time to pick it up for Alton Art. Best time to pick it up for Alton Art. I'll probably have to pick up, I have 2 Alton Arts, so I'll probably pick up 1 more just to have 3. But I think having 2 of this card is actually pretty well. It's pretty well within the budget of somebody, you know, it's like, yeah, I'm a try to bling out my deck slowly but surely. This is probably the safest because this card will always be played in security control. This card will always be played in purple. This card will always be played in black unless there is an archetype specific level 7 that does way better for the archetype than this does. If you need a generic level 7 for black or purple, this is your guy. Simple as that. Duramod Alternate Art is down to a $50 price point. A lot of deck lists that I've been seeing have been cutting this Duramod. A lot of them. They've been going with the new Duramod to where the on play is trash it as anybody from your hand to draw 2 cards. So it helps you dig a little harder into the deck. They still play this Duramod, but they play it in a lower number. It's like they play like 2 or 3. Because when BT9 comes out, you're not playing Coda unless you're playing Coda for just the memory tamer portion of it. You're not playing more than like 2 Codas. Or like some people are going to Izzy because it's a pure black deck. So they're going to Izzy and hoping they don't hit the Cool Boy off of the top 3. And then they're gaining memory off of the Izzy, making a 3-cost memory tamer. So a lot of people are debating on what they should and should not do about it. We'll see the first couple of weeks when BT9 drops here in a couple of weeks. So we'll know in like 3 weeks, you know, what's probably some of the best ratios for the deck. This is why I do know. This is why this card went from a $75, $80 card to a $50 card. Because a lot of the decks that have been working in the OCG, warning, OCG and TCG do not always correlate. They are best of 1s. We are best of 3s. So what has been correlating back and forth is when it comes to Alphamon, you don't need this Duramon all the time. Yes, the Duramon is good for X-Anybody Searcher, but then you have Rio De May, and then you have the draw power with the other Duramon. You have just other options besides just this one. If you want to play Alphamon, this is probably the time to pick up these Duramons. They may go down to 40 depending on how the meta shapes up. Because remember I told you, BT9 is a meta defining, not a meta warping set. The meta will be defined by BT9, not just sprinkled in like BT7, BT8. So just be cautious of this card when picking it up. Galamond Crimson Mode. Alton Arts sitting at about $50. This is not bad. I'm not going to lie to you. This is not bad at all. Why? Because if you are playing a Galamond deck, you have to play this card. This card is too good not to play. Now, with that being said, the Altanar being $50, that's not bad. Do I believe Galamond is a top 5 deck? Yes. I believe Galamond will give War Greymon X anybody a run for his money as the best red deck. But I think Galamond is one of them decks to where it's going to one-shot you. It is like I said, I've been saying this a lot. Galamond is going to get scary come BT9 because it can one-shot you from 3-4 memory. If you had 20 cards in your trash, and not the memory, but security. If you had 20 cards in your trash, you better have 5 security. Because if they have the right setup, they can go, oh, attack, pop that, digivolve, pop that, attack for game. Like, they can do that. Be wary of Galamond when you're at 3 or less security. Be wary of what Galamond can do. It can end games. That is a fair warning to everyone. It can end games at 3 security super easily. Be wary of that. But $50, not bad for this card. Especially the Altanar, not bad. Machine Dramon. Sitting at what? About 35. Yeah, 35 to 40. So, Chaos Duramod just got announced. There's a lot of Duramod support coming out in EXO 3. Is Machine Duramod going to get some more love? Yes. Machine Duramod might be one of those decks to where if the format even slows down just a tiny little bit, if blue gets hit just enough, Machine Duramod can pop in as a tier 2 to road deck and ruin people's days. Problem is how it's built. Problem is the support pool for it. Problem is there's a lot of things that strip Machine Duramod, and Machine Duramod does not have immunity from being stripped, and that's the problem. So just be wary of that. Is this a good card to pick up? If you want to play Machine Duramod, pick up the Alton Arts. I actually want to play Machine Duramod, but one of my team members, Romero, is a Machine Duramod enthusiast. I'm not going to step on his toes. We can always chit-chat about that. Simple. Just simple. But this is a perfect time to pick these up. War Greymon Alton Art. This is the original War Greymon from BT1. This is the one to where when you're attacking your opponent, when you're attacking with the Digimon, if you hit an option security, it does not activate. When it digivolves, you get +1 security. That kind of stuff. I think this is the best partner for War Greymon as anybody, especially with the format that we're in now. A lot of decks are playing 8 to 10 to 12 options. Like, yes, option cards. And a lot of things that you hit out of security, if it's an option, is very devastating. Especially if you go against something like purple. Yeah, very devastating. So just be wary that when it comes to just, War Greymon swinging in and not being able to check and not being able to activate your option cards, if you don't have a bit Digimon up in there to kill it, it's going to hit through with the greatest of ease. This is the best partner right now. $40 is probably going to be the price point that's going to go for. If you're going to play War Greymon as anybody, this is the perfect time to pick these up. BT1 is pretty much out of print. It's hard to find them. If you do find these bad boys and you open one, there you go. You're all good. But I say pick them up now. this is probably the best time to get them. Takado. So Takado Takado Alton Art is one of those tamers that I love the artwork about. No artwork for. I love all the tamers and their alternate artworks in this set. It's amazing. I actually want to pick up a playset of Rika's just so I can just have them because they look amazing. This card is right now sitting at $37. I mean, and Parademon, I mean not Parademon, but Galamond loves this card because it's just like, did you want a Galamond? Oh, I passed turn. No, I didn't. Guess what? I now have Blitz. I'm gonna blitz you for I'm gonna blitz you for like 3 security checks and then hit this and then pop those 2 off. Yeah, they do all kinds of crazy madness. Do I think it's really worth $40 for this Altanar? No. But as long as Galamond is meta or even tier 2 at worst, it's going to stay high. If you're going to play Galamond, you try and bling it out, just know that it's probably going to run you about $400 to $500. Just know it's going to run you $400 to $500. Just know. Simple as that. I will let you choose. Honestly, to be honest with you, I want to pick up the Rikas. I think they're like 20, 25s. So I do want to pick up Rikas for myself. But these alternate arts are, funny enough, hard to get. They're not just, oh yeah, typical alt. No, this is a side set. It's even harder to get these alternate arts for some stupid reason. So just be wary with that one. Pick them up if you want to, but if not, it's all good. Susanoo alternate art has taken a dramatic dip from its so heyday to 40, say about 45. Blue hybrid still a thing, red hybrid still a thing, yellow hybrid still a thing. Hybrids will still be a thing. We might even get black coming into the fray with their hybrids because of just a Dark Knight X is going to X anybody is going to be coming out BT9. So you may see some people actually play that deck. Don't know if I'm going to play the deck. It seems like a very fun deck to play. But Susanoo is getting a little price bump because of that. But if this card is like 30, 35, $40, this is about right for this card. That's about right for this card. Galamond alternate art. This is the original Galamond from BT 1.0, I believe. Yeah, 1.0. So this one's sitting at $20. This is one of the Galamond that they play. They'll play this one, and then they play the BT. Is it BT? No, it's the starter deck one, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's a starter deck Galamond. Whichever one that you're actually able to reduce DP. Yeah, I believe it's the starter deck Galamond. I could be mistaken. Please correct me in the comment section below. But I know this is one of the Galamonds that they actually do play. Especially if you delete something 6,000 DP or more with the Growlmon and the War Growlmon underneath it, you can bump this up to 9K DP, which can hit a lot of things. And then you can trash top of security when you're declaring the top. Oh, trash top of security. You can then hit other security. It's one of them things where Galamond's one on purple checkers. It's one on decks that checks purple. So purple don't get out of control. Rio De May. So Rio De May is sitting at about $30 for alternate art. You see right here, people are just, this is probably the way to go when it comes to X antibody. It has not caught up with Duramod because Duramod is just an iconic card. People associate Alphamon with Duramod because that's his Digivolution. Hey, simple as that. Like, this card might go back up to 40, 45. It might go back up to 40, 45. Um, this and Duramod might end up matching each other's price points at about 40. But Alphamon by far match rarity is going to be the most expensive deck in the entirety of all of Digimon. If you don't, I mean, okay, if you want to include the Ultimate Cup stuff, I get that. But are they going to print the Alphamon line for OT Cup? If they do, then there's no contest. Right now, between a fully decked out match ready Imperiumon deck or a fully decked out Alphamon deck are going to be the two most expensive decks ever. And you're talking about maybe $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for the deck match rarity. And that's not being hyperbolic. Like, that's been like actual numbers. Like anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 for just a 50 card deck. Yes. Some people want to spend the money. Some people will. Some people won't. I won't. I will match rarity my Alphamon deck slowly but surely just to have it. But that's slowly but surely. Duramod, I am picking up. I am playing Dexmon. I need to pick up these Duramons. I will be buying 4 of these bad boys. No, wait. Do I have one? I might have one. If I have one, I only need with 3. So right here, look, right here, bam. I can pick up these 3 right now, which I'm most likely going to do after this video. I will be playing Dex Duramon, and I have to play Duramon for it. Just have to play it. Simple as that. It's going to be good. So, yes, 100%. I will pick this up. This is probably the best price point for this card if you're playing Dexmon. Dexmon for pre-sales right now, it's in like 65, 70s. I'll make my pre-release video like I normally do next week, the week of the set actually releasing. No, wait. Pre-release is this week, isn't it? Pre-release is this week. I may just throw in some pre-release stuff. So, we're just going to go ahead and just say that this is probably the best time to pick up the Duramon stuff. Flamedramon, for those of you who are playing Armor Rush, Flamedramon is sitting at $23. It is one of your main attackers. Probably the best time to pick it up. I don't know how Armor Rush is going to do in the next format. It is still an aggressive deck, so it can keep up with a lot of formats that are aggressive. But people have been dropping this because of the rise in DP reduction decks. Like Security Control has been going more toward DP reduction. Yellow Hybrid is now a deck that really counters this deck pretty hard. You still have Imperiumon. It can go toe-to-toe with Imperiumon, but Imperiumon has so many tricks that it can outgun it. Mastermon can just totally annihilate your board before you really set up to push really hard. So yeah, like it has some good matchups, but then it has some very horrible matchups. If I had to guess the win rate of Armor Rush, I'll probably say it's probably like a 45 to 48% win rate when it comes to the top $3 to the format. And that's pretty harsh, which when top three decks of the format is Yellow Hybrid, Imperiumon, and I mean, if you want to say Imperiumon and or Blue Hybrid, whatever, but I think Imperiumon's better, and Mastermon. Those 3 decks are the decks that it has to go up against. If you're staring now at turn 2 Mastermon or a turn 2 Imperiumon, chances are you're going to lose that game. Chances are you're going to lose that game. So, and those decks are built to do that. So, it's going to be all RNG based, and sometimes it don't swing in the favor of Armor Rush. It is very, very good. Do not get me wrong. If you are just now coming into the Digimon game and you want a very good but yet cheap-ish type of deck to play, actually, I think it is cheap. I mean, because altogether it's below $100. It's below $100, the whole entire deck. So if you want a cheap deck to play that actually can keep up with the meta, Armor Rush is probably your deck to go ahead and go for. If you want to match rarity, that's all on you. Simple as that. Dark Knight Mon. I was just talking about the bad boy. Sitting at $22 for the Altanar. This Altanar at one point in time, I believe, was only $12. It is up to $22 because the Dark Knight Mon X is coming out in BT9. People want to go ahead and try it. People want to go ahead and experiment with it. I think it's actually going to be decent. It might be a nice fun deck. Who knows? It might even be something to where if you have a meme deck, and I do mean a meme deck, and it's a black meme deck, and you want to throw a good engine into it, throw in a Dark Knightmon X engine into the deck, and you have something to fall back on. Simple as that. $20 for this dub. I mean, it's going to stay around 15 to 20 now. Now that the support is right around the corner, it's going to stay around here. So pick them up if you want to play the deck. If you're really die hard about it and you want to bling it out, there's your $20 right there. Pick them up. Nokia. Nokia not only has waifu tags, but Nokia also has Metal Gurumon X Anybody, War Greymon X Anybody coming out. Yeah, it's one of those things to where as long as Gabumon support and Agumon support is relevant, this card will always be around $20 or even higher. This card would stay around $20 or even higher. Sometimes it might dip below it, but not by much. A, waifu tax. That's how it is. It's just how it is. B, it's good. Black War Greymon plays this. Tribal Greymon plays this. It's good now. It's only going to get better with the more support that comes out. Being able to play this for 3, then play a Gabumon that has on play or Agumon has on play. Be able to search with that and then be able to Digivolve all with, be able to Digivolve right then and there with one less, like you basically can get a champion out for 4 memory and by drawing a card and by searching, all because of this one Nokia. Like if you're at 3, Nokia, go to 0. Play it is. Top 3. Oh, get that. Digivolve, tap Nokia, reduce it by 1, draw a card. Now you're sitting on a champion with the Tamer, which makes all your plugins live, which makes all your good white option cards live. Therefore, this is going to be one of them things to where a lot of people are going to lean more on Nokia for these in particular type of decks. Remember, you cannot use it if you're playing Dual Greymon, Burning Greymon, or Dex Dual Greymon because they're not really a part of the Greymon line. That's a lore thing. That's just how it is. So Nokias, if you want box topping Nokias, you gotta just pay the $20 for one piece. That's it. Bitsy Mon is actually better than a lot of people are. People are sleeping on this Bitsy Mon. Bitsy Mon Alton Arts starts sitting like $18, $20. Do I think it's worth the $18, $20 price point? Yeah. For how cute this thing is, yeah. And for you to be able to use this in any yellow deck, and we know yellow decks are really heavy when it comes to options, or they want to be decently heavy when it comes to options. We don't play like 10, 12, 15 options. Just so, because a lot of yellow decks are DP reducing or security control type of. This doesn't care if you're using a plugin or if you're using any option card. As long as the option card is 2 costs or higher, draw a card. What? Where are you gonna go wrong with that? Even Hellscythe is a black purple option card. It triggers the Bitsy Mon, so you can go ahead and draw a card after you Hellscythe somebody. Pretty good. This is so adorable. This is too adorable. Oh my gosh, too adorable. Imperial Fighter Mode. Ooh, excuse me. Alton Arts sitting at about $15, 16. I see Imperial players only playing one, maybe two of these, depending on what the deck is or how the deck flows. A lot of people will cut this just because it's like, it's a win more card, or it can be very clunky. So, are you going to want to use this Imperial? I don't think so. To be honest with you, I'm not an Imperial player. That I would lead to Prim. Yeah, if you want to ask anything about, Imperial as primitive TCG, that man right there, he knows his Imperial decks. That's all he does is eat, sleep, breathe Imperial, blue hybrid, whatever it is. If it's blue, he plays it. So definitely check with him on that one. But I think 15 is probably decent if you are going to pick it up. That's not bad. If you're not going to pick it up, don't worry about it. Galamond, Bond of Friendship, Alton Arts. A lot of people have been hyped about this deck coming back in popularity. We got moderate players. We got $15 here for near mint. $15 for a near. We got 17 here. So anywhere between $15 and $17 for a near mint. It's actually not bad. I think this card at one point was like, I know pre-releases was 40, but this card at one point was like $25. So not bad. If you want to play Bond of Friendship, go ahead and do so. Play it with the Nokias. There you go. Swag it out if you want to. Imperial Paladin mode is sitting at about, what, 15? 14. Yeah, no, solid 14, maybe 15. So you only really need to play one. You only need to get one or two at most. Like, yeah. Remember, the TCG is best of 3, so you want to play consistently rather than, high rolling. So 1 and 2 in the Imperial deck, I mean, it works for any blue or green deck. It really just works. It works for any blue or green deck. Blue, green deck, whatever you want to do, it works. You can play it in, Desk, Grandest Kawagamon, or what, you can play it in there too. So, not bad. I mean, I like the artwork on it. I mean, if you want to pick it up at this price point. That's about right. Pick it up at this price point. That's about right. And then we got Duramod here, Alton Arts, sitting at about 14. I would pick these up. If you're playing any Duramod deck, I would pick these up. If you're playing any Duramod deck, I would suggest to pick these up. Because if you are playing any Duramod deck, you can throw in a blue hybrid with Lowamons and Ancient Duramod, and swing with all other Duramons, and then swing with this to unsuspend all your Duramons, including itself. Just so you know, I will pick this up. Last one, Beemon. Beemon is Altanar is sitting at about $12. If you're playing a Chaos Galamond deck, so if you're playing like a red, purple Galamond deck for funsies, this is probably a card you might want to pick up. If you like Galamond everything, pick these bad boys up. It looks swaggy. Even the regular art of this looks amazing. This Alton Art looks incredible. Incredible. It looks incredible. I would say just pick these up for the artwork. Maybe you can go ahead and find some way to play this. It is considered Chaos Galamond while it's on the board. So, period. Never mind. Consider Chaos Galamond, period. So I wonder if the other Beemon can bring this one out. And then when this one's deleted, it bring... Interesting. I would have to check rulings. But just for artwork alone, I would spend money on that. 100%. Now, I know we're running long, but I literally just want to go through just the pre-release of everything. Like, I really want to go through just the pre-release of everything. So let's go ahead and pull up X Record. I need a card out of X Record. Alphamon. Let's just go Alphamon. We pull up here. We go to Edge Record. Now we're seeing a lot of cards getting pulled up. Now the boxes have dropped. And that's why I like the boxes have dropped. A lot more people are saying, nah, 90 something is too much for this. Let's go on down to about 80. 80 seems to be right for boxes. I agree. 80 seems to be right for boxes. Do not fall for that $90 price point. Even I was like, that was a little too steep. Is this going to be the first, $1,000 case? A little steep for me. You can see right here, cases are even falling. We got cases here being put up for $850. That is about right, ladies and gentlemen. That's about right for this kind of set. Bitsy sitting here. We're going to go through a quick look at all the pre-releases. Bitsy sitting here. Everybody's talking about 65, 65, 65. No one's really pulled the trigger on Bitsy yet, just so you know. Alphamon right here. This is a rare. What? No way. Okay, I'm sorry. Simply Unlucky Games. Don't know. This is scummy. This is scummy. This is not a... Oh, no, hold on. Hold the horses. No. Hold on. It's from high to low. No, it is from high to low. Is this? No, this is the rare. This is the rare. This is not even the... Okay, this is the Altanar rare. Okay, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Am I blinded by this? Okay, Altanar rare of Alphamon. I don't like this rare. I don't like this, how it looks. I don't like this artwork in Alphamon, personally. I don't like this. Oh, okay. I will apologize to Simply Unlucky Gaming. I thought that was just a simple rare. I was going to say, whoa, you going off the chain, my man. That's the Alton Art. That's pre-release prices for you. Don't buy that. Man, you see somebody here. You got two listings here. No. No, wait on this. Granted, Kawagamon is sitting at about, what is it? $19, $20? For SR, I will wait on that. So it's looking like a lot of these high-end rollers are not really getting too much value. You can say maybe Galamond, maybe Metal Duramod, maybe War, maybe, hey, that's still Duramod. $5, good price. Beemon at $5. That's a good price. This card does some stupid stuff. Good price. If you want your really high-end cards, I would kind of wait on them. Because when the set released, you're going to see a lot of people get all these SRs. But the Altanar Arts, like the Alphamon Altanar Art, like, the Alphamon Orikushin Altanar Art, or Oryukin, not Orikushin, Oryukin Altanar Art. You see, this is not even the Altanar Art. They don't have the picture for the Altanar Art on here. They just took the regular art. This is the original secret. They don't have the Altanar on there. It's like, hey, when we get one, we'll give it to you. Bitsy Mon. This is the original for Bitsy Mon. It is not the Altanar Art. Or if there's even an Altanar Art to it. So, again, this is supposed to be the Altanar Art, but they used the rare picture. If you let me. Okay, here is the rare Alphamon right here. $4. That's not bad. If you want to go ahead and pick that up, that's not bad. A lot of people sleep on this card. I like it. If you play a Mastermind, you're going to definitely play this card. This card is actually pretty nutty. So, as far as pre-sales go, if you're aiming for the SRs, I can see you aim for the SRs at this price. If you're aiming for the secrets and the Altanar Art secrets, I'll probably pump the brakes on them. If you're aiming for the rares, probably pump the brakes on them. Really, unless you're aiming for the secret rares in this pre-release, I wouldn't buy anything. Unless you're like, oh, I'm gonna pick up my Alpha Mons now. I'm gonna pick my Biomons now. Or I'm gonna pick up my Merciful Modes now. Or my Dex Duramons now. Like, those I will understand 100%. Pick them up now. $5 a piece ain't bad whatsoever. They might actually spike up in price. The SRs, they might come back down to earth. You never know. If you pick them up now, I wouldn't look at you crazy. If you did it, I understand. I probably won't be doing it myself. Granted, Kawagamon, I will wait until that goes down. It's going to probably go down to like a $10 to $12 card, and I pick it up there. But I mean, if any of you are vending for TCG player and you're putting up pre-sales and stuff like that, please do not use the rare artwork in place of the Altanar artwork. Please do not do that. Please do not do that. Just leave it blank. How about that? Just leave it absolutely blank. How about that? Just like, don't even put it up there. If it's a TCG player thing, man, that's bad on them. For real. That's bad on them. Because people will be like, but it's 90. No, it's 50. Now you sitting there, because again, people can't read. Just like how I couldn't read. I saw the picture and was like, wait, what? Sitting right in my face, it says Alton Art. But again, please do not use that picture. Keep it blank. You did it before, just keep it blank. Well, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, this one's been a long one. Whew. We are finally through this market watch. For all of you going to pre-release like myself this coming up week, or yeah, I think it's this coming up week if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead and, pick you up some packs. I will bless your pulls. Do what you need to do. Be safe out there. Have fun. Start deck building. See how much of the deck you can get done. If you cannot get the deck done this weekend, just wait till the set drops next weekend. Do not rush to do it. It'll save you some money and some time. Well, I've been your boy Dante. This has been yet another Digimon Market Watch. I'm about to go. Get up out of here. I'll see you in another video. Peace.